Hello, welcome. Right, that is working. Also, we can do this fun thing here. That's very fun. Also, my camera appears to be more orange than usual. Why is my camera so orange? I didn't change anything about the settings, and the lighting is also the same as it was before. That's strange. Hello, I'll bust through. Welcome. D-5. Mission time -5 indeed. 5 what? Who knows? No, 5 watt. That's yeah. Right. Hello, Kangafanga. Welcome. I'll probably not be very active again today. Still got lots of work left. That is absolutely fine. As long as the work wasn't supposed to be due already, in which case you may be causing confusion and delay. So last time, the plan was to build, well, to detail a whole bunch of the grassy areas, not here, hold on, down here. Yeah, to detail a whole bunch of the grassy areas down here. But what's the render distance set to? Hold on. Let's reduce that to like 3.5 kilometers. That's better. Yeah, so the plan was to detail a whole bunch of the grassy areas down here and stuff like that. And then we got sidetracked into building a little spur to go over to this little farm up here. By the way, what did we call this town? Did we ever give it a name? No, we did not, apparently. Alright, while we're here, since Kangafango, since you've named so many of the towns over here, I'll bust through. How about, would you like to give this town a name? I reserve the right to refuse the name, but would you like to try to give this town a name? It's all the way up here on the map. All the way up there. We've got a nice little river down there in this valley. We've got some fields up here. And we've got the railway going through it. Right. Yesterday's work was handed in a whole 20 minutes late. Oh, that's... I mean, in 1950s railway terms? Well, not 1950s. 1930s railway terms. I mean, that's completely unacceptable. But in modern railway terms, you're practically half a day early. Right. Well, as long as you provide us with moderately to really impressive wordplay every 20 minutes or so, we should be fine. Technically, some of today's was due yesterday too, but I wasn't specifically asked, so... Set a timer. Linden. Do you mean Linden as in the name for the town? I don't really see many Linden. Also, if this is in the USA, then it would be Basswood, not Linden. Or did you mean something else? Gotcha. Essing. Miltona. Should that hedge connect to the other one behind the water tower? Where? That here? Maybe. Get placing lindens then. Ruined my idea. What was your idea? Was it wordplay? If so, I didn't get it, sorry. Are there base trees in this? Is it spelled just like that? Or what do I look for? Oops. Well, we've got the European linden, which is this little thing. Basswood. Oh no, it's boxwood. What? But boxwood, I don't... Is boxwood linden as well? Give me five minutes to think. Okay, I shall give you 5 minutes to think. It is now, well, 5 and a bit. It is now, let's say you start thinking at 7. That way you've got 10 seconds more. Boxwood exists in Trainz. I don't talk about basswood in Trainz. Right. In the meantime, the main thing I want to do today is Well, finish putting some grass and bushes along all of this grassy area that doesn't have it yet. And then I want to put some grass down into the grassy areas down in the industrial area that doesn't have it yet, like for example this area here or something like that. And then I just want to detail more of this, like put rubbish around and barrels and bins and all sorts of stuff. Because at the moment it looks a bit too clean. Because if you just look at the industry like this, for example, it's just a building sitting on some asphalt and gravel and stuff like that. There's not actually much detailing around it. Now, I don't want to go completely off the charts with the detailing, because that would lag everything, but just in some key areas close to the track I want a little bit more. And then after that, if there's still time, I would like to put signaling along the main line and potentially start putting signaling along, well, in the yard and in the industrial area. So that's what I want to do today, so I better get started because that is probably going to take a while. Right. Meantime, like Greenwich. Yes, of course, what did you think? It's a little bit more grass in here. I'll disable the filters to get a little bit more space. Okay. Right. Is it a flock of birds? Is it a swarm of planes? It's a murder of derelict barrels. Dun dun dun! If you will. Also actually quite like their... Actually, nah, I'll put a few. Those are the wrong bushes, hold on. There we go. Much nicer. Yeah, 2 bushes there is fine. Okay, that's okay like this, I think. So I need to place some bushes along here, but first, before I do that, I'll place some grass splines over here, because the grass splines are more important, and I want to put those in first, because if the bushes end up lagging, plus the grass splines, then I'd rather have the grass splines in place than the bushes. So that's why I'm putting the grass splines in first. Okay, let's add a little bit of the lighter texture over here. Like that. You have 2 minutes remaining. Okay, that's a bit too small. I need it a little bit larger like this. That's a bit too large, 1 second. Just a little bit like that. Looks good. Right. That under here. Over there. Under that. And I'm quite happy with that. This already looks fine, especially since this grass is covering the hill, well, the steep bit of the hill. So now I need to place grass along this bit, where the forest edge is. Hello, Elisa, welcome to Trainz. On a Sunday, I know. In case you couldn't tell, I'm really trying to make progress on this route. And it's totally not because I've already got 25 other projects in mind that I want to start, that I can only justify starting once this one's finished. No, totally not. Totally not. Well, not 25 anyway. See, now the fun thing is you don't know how much I'm joking. Ha ha ha, right? We'll see. Let's save. 12 minutes. There we go. That's 5 minutes. But in all honesty, you can take more time if you need. Hello. Yes, hello to you too. I've got no idea, sorry. That's okay. Too busy working. Well, some people claim that work is important. Okay, how does this look? Some areas could be improved, like over here the grass plan's a bit too straight, whereas the tracks are actually going around a curve, so I'm going to add a little bit in there like that. And this is again quite a straight line, so I'm going to add a little bit more in here. Also, not on the topic of working, I'm trying to upload my first Steam Workshop mod. It's not going very well though. Steam Workshop mod for what game? City Bus Manager repaint. Ah, yeah, as far as I know, the way to upload stuff to the workshop is different for every game, as far as I know. I've personally only uploaded one thing to the workshop, which is my Transport Fever 2 save, that, like the tropical one that we've completed, and that went very easily because you could just do it from within the main menu of Transport Fever 2. So, also, I think here, I'm probably going to, actually, am I going to do that? Does it look better if I have this lowered down? I think it probably does. Okay. Yes, I'm going to lower these splines down a bit so that they're not covering too much of the rock side. Somehow I expected you to say that. But yes, just doesn't load once I click upload. Could it be that you've got a VPN active and that's somehow blocking it? Why? Haha. A pity. Better contact support then. No idea. Didn't you post pictures of Volvic repaints for it a while ago? Oh, Voynich. Sorry, not Volvic. Volvic repaints. Could be wrong. I remember, yes I did. Yes, good. Well, there we have our culprit. BNA? BNH? BNH. No VPN, no. Could it be that maybe there's some sort of symbol in the name of it, or something like that that's messing it up? Like maybe the and symbol, or something like that, or a colon perhaps. Could that be it? Yeah, it could even be a space bar. It could be as simple as that. Okay, let's just see what this looks like. Do I want this bit to also have the... Yeah, I probably do. Probably do want to lower this down a little bit over here as well. Just making sure that it's actually touching the ground. Although, if that's the case, it should really tell the user what the issue is instead of just, this doesn't work. Yes, that is helpful if apps do that, but not every app does that, unfortunately. I mean, at least OMSI gives you a Zugriffsverweigerung. Which basically means access denied. Yeah, but Kango, doing this sort of thing in OMSI, I wouldn't even know how to begin doing something like this in OMSI. like putting grass next to the right of way like this. That would, like, how would you even do that? Or Zugriffsverletzung. That means access violation. I guess you both don't share the frustration of OMSI errors if you know what they're saying. I mean, it doesn't really help much from what I remember back when I first tried to make a map in OMSI 1's map editor many years ago. I knew what it was saying. I had no idea what it meant or how to fix it. Because I was just editing my map, saved it, and then when I'd relaunched the game to load back in, it just wouldn't load in anymore, giving me an error that's basically just saying, you can't access it anymore. And that was it. So, I mean, at least if you don't know German, you have the illusion of thinking that the error message might be helpful. But if you know German, you know just how unhelpful it is. Message access injury, or rather access violation. Yeah, meaning access is. That's the same with all errors, though. No. Do you mean OMSI errors or just errors in general? Like for example, in Unity 3D, when I make a game and I get an error, it is genuinely helpful most of the time. Like, for example, if it says null reference exception, I know that there's a variable that's supposed to be referencing something in the script, like it's trying to access something in the variable, but the variable has nothing in it. So it's a null value. It doesn't have anything in it. So most likely something didn't get assigned. And then, or for example, if it's an index out of bounds exception, it means that I have either an array or a list that has fewer elements than what I'm trying to access. I'm trying to access an element that doesn't exist. Or if with those, it's genuinely helpful. Plus, they give you a number of the error, which you can look up. Also, if you double click it, it'll go to the script, in most cases, and it'll tell you exactly up to which point it got before it got stuck. So, those errors are very helpful. Well, the way they're presented is helpful. The errors themselves are, of course, not helpful. Sure is. UKDT's grass assets, probably. They have X-shaped singular grass assets. Yes. But then you would have to place each one of those individually, and you can't just click to do it. You have to clone it each time and then place it, and then clone it and then place it, don't you? If we could define it, then the software could fix itself. I mean, maybe. If only, shudders, yeah. In Koi, if it's an error, it's bad. Oh? Is it in Japanese? Or something? Maybe? If that software is Japanese, question mark? Ah yes, the infamous null reference exception. Yeah. I mean, the null reference exception is the go-to error in any sort of Unity game, if you've done anything with Unity. That's like if you think Unity error, null reference exception. Kikatsu also runs in Unity. I see. Well, yes, there is errors being descriptive, but there's limits to their capabilities. Very true. Sure it is. Clone in place, yeah. Or you attach one of them to a spline, and it'll clone itself every X meters along the road, with the same rotation. Not really used this myself at all, but it's supposedly helpful for stuff for streetlights, spins, etc. Well, yeah, that does sound helpful, but that is the sort of function that I would love to have in Trainz, because when I've made a few towns in Trainz that have street lamps, and placing each one of them by hand is quite tedious, because you've got to place it, rotate it, and in some cases even adjust the height a little bit. And then you've got to go to the next one, place it, rotate it, maybe move it a little bit, adjust the height a bit, go to the next one, and so on. And with that, the copy-paste feature doesn't really help. So that sounds like it's really useful for very specific circumstances. Okay, let's just add a little bit more grass over here. Etc. stuff. Yes. It ain't good if Core throws an error. Right. You may be missing a mod or a whole pack of plugins. Oh, I see. I see indeed. Okay, so I think we'll need a little bit more grass up here like that. Now, why do we need more grass? Actually, let's save first. Now, you will most likely not be going that far back this way, because the only way you will be going back this way is if you've got some locomotives that need to like run around or something like that, because we've got the run around track here, and then we've got the yard lead coming off there. Well, one of them going off there, then the industrial line going down there. So at most, you're likely to travel maybe here, but not really any further than that. So I think I'm just going to add a little bit more grass up here, just on the brow of this hill, just so that you can see that there are some splines up here, and so that it looks like there's more detail beyond the hill than there actually is. Also, I've arrived at my vacation home 2 hours before stream, actually. I trust that it is everything that you remembered it to be. Good thing I did. Oh? As for the town up there, I'm thinking something with Ville at the end. You know, like Pleasantville, only less terrifying. They impose a large aircraft restriction due to high altitude weather conditions. I see. Okay, so do I need grass plants on top of that? Actually, I don't think I do. I do need grass plants on this little bit here, but I don't think really on top of this. I think just having the rocky hill going down like that is fine. But this, I think, this spline is a bit, yeah, that's a bit too wide. I'm going to need the other spline. which is going to look different, so I'm going to have to change some things, but we'll see how that goes. Marvel? Doesn't sound... Sorry. It doesn't sound that captivating, really. Yeah, that's cargo bay. Oh, right, I see. Use the house freight. Right. Actually, I'm going to add the grass blind on from the other side so that I can see the shady side, because I find it's generally very helpful when you place some new splines, you meet them for the first time, that you see their shady side first. Yeah, because that does look a bit dark, like this. Or don't we have some blueprint splines or something like that that I might be able to use here? Something like that? Because that does look quite dark like that. Caneville? Canewell? Or maybe something to do with the river. Let's think about it. Well, this line comes up from the logging area down here. So maybe connected to that. Maybe it could be something like Splinterville or something like that. Marwood. I like Marwood. How would that look on the station? Maybe capitalize. Yeah, that looks good. Although to mar something, did you intend that that word be like the meaning of that word? To mar something, yes. Or did you not mean that? It has a meaning? Yeah, it does. It does have a meaning. It means to like to blemish something, or to ruin the, or to damage the beauty of something. Hold on, I wanted to check the one of the splines. Where was it? Hold on. Where did I use that other spline? Hold on. Wasn't it over here by the cement thing? 1 second. Oh, that was this spline. I thought this was this. Ooh, or maybe didn't I use some of the other splines, like the ones that look good in Tiers 19? Hold on. Maybe that was over here? Somewhere, perhaps? Everything has meaning. Oh, do you want to keep Marwood then? Gotcha. Cement mill. Cement mill, I don't think would be that fitting a name for it. But maybe. Now this is all discipline. Maybe it's just the settings that make it look a little different. I'll continue using this one then, for now at least. Okay, let's get all the way back over here. Is that roughly as close as the other side is? Yes. Maybe Narwood then? Farwood? I don't know. Also, Kangafango, do you have CMB? It works on Mac. What is CMB? Oh, CBM, sorry. My mistake. I meant CBM. City Buzz Manager. Oh, right, of course. Now, do I want those grass plines along this bit? Or would I rather they end sort of here? Well, considering that you're going to be going back here mostly, I think I'm probably just going to have the grass along here be kind of spotty in that way. So I'm not going to have grass plines along this entire stretch because it looks a little bit too uniform, I think. So instead of having that, maybe just a few spots like that. Ah, okay. It's kind of fun, but doesn't perform great. Is it fun? I think Abastra just said that. Like, what do you actually do in that game? Do you just set the lines and then make the buses go on those lines? Or do you have to purchase the buses as well? Or, like, do you have to deal with things like roadworks or strikes or buses breaking down? Or, like, what sets it apart from something like Cities in Motion or something like that? Basically, is it a tycoon game or is it more of a company management thing? Not much like Railroad Tycoon, which, yes, I realize is a tycoon game as well. Well, series of tycoon games. Sorry, access. Oh, let's have a look. Did not mean to click on that twice. Oh, this. I do believe that I have seen this. Hold on. Oh, right, I see. Could be fun. Yeah, oh yeah, it is. You build your depot like a sandbox game, but the routes are map only. Oh, right, I see. Yeah. Although that could be fun. Well, it clearly can be fun considering that you have already stated that you find it fun. Okay. So once I've had another look along this bit and checked the grass I've placed, then I'll get to placing some bushes. And then I think maybe we'll pull the signaling side of things to the forefront a bit. Because I really want to get that done. So like bus wash purchase question mark? I don't know, don't ask me. Also, I am really happy that my camera looks this warm, but I'm confused as to why it looks this warm. Unless Kango, did you change something in the webcam settings? Need another little bit along here, another little bit along there, and this already has stuff painted underneath, but that's a bit too close. Yeah, kinda. Saturation probably. Yeah. Sure, it's changed nothing with OBS since yesterday. Nothing like that. Huh. Odd. Also, yes, I'm just going to place a few kind of areas of this grass plane along here, just because it will then blend into the scenery a bit better, with this grass plane being the only one on the other side of the tracks. Also, I already have a lot planned for tomorrow's Minecraft SMP stream. I have a lot planned, and we'll see how it goes. Because now that I've got a crusher, well, now it's time to crush up all my ores, expand power generation a little bit. I've already got the space for the other water wheels. And then after that, we'll see. I do have plans. I do, of course, have plans, but we'll see how far they get. Or that I get with them. Should I? I didn't though. Will our settlement in Minecraft get a name? Perhaps. Might be good. After all, you have to call the railway station something up there. But oh no, if we give it a name, then we've got to elect a mayor, and if we've got a mayor, then we're gonna have to get a traffic light. Oh no! Only a very small percentage of people watching are going to get that reference. Although technically, with the amount of people watching this live currently, if one of them gets it, and can go, I think you get it, the percentage is technically not that low. Yes, that is it. Although, was it count? Yeah, this needs... Yes, but I'm talking about the mayor, not the count. Hold on, what happened to the roads? Roads? There we go. I know what you mean, but he didn't really get the traffic light, though. I'm not sure that the mayor even had a name. I think it was just the mayor. Come on, load in. Almost there, come on. There we go. Does that look good? Not really. I've got to... hold on. Maybe if I... yeah, 1 second. That does not bode that well. If it's taking this long to realize that I've changed something. I've really just got to keep saving, and then maybe, I don't know, might be worth restarting it or something. But if I restart it, then perhaps we'll get a database rebuild, and that would not be good. Okay, and I will want some grass along here. At least in some areas, like that. Okay, how much do I need over here? Well, I'm going to need some on the edge of this forest, definitely. And then probably a little bit over here like that, a little bit beside the road, a little bit going over here. How does that look? Sorry. That looks quite good. Except that this area here needs a little bit of grass in the middle. Okay, and then I need to paint underneath it. Maybe in the French version, original French, maybe. How about Maywood? Either for Trainz or Minecraft. Well, there needs to be some purpose in a name. Yes, you can name something because it's just sounds good, but I would prefer it if there were some history to it. Like with Maywood, I don't know. May as in the month of May? May as in the woman's name, May? May as in you may have that bit of land up there? Or we could name it after the junction, because there is a railway junction up there. Maybe that's why the town sprang up there in the first place in the 19th century. Because there was a railway junction there. And the steam locomotives needed refueling and stuff like that. So maybe that's why. Maybe that could work. Then we just need to find out something about the area that we could name the junction after. Maybe the first building was erected in May, and there were some woods there before. I mean, the whole thing's in woods. Nah, I didn't say my wood. But, nah, I get what you mean. The Y wood? Well, there's not a Y there, though. It's just a junction. Maybe they plan to build a Y there? Nah. Or maybe a crosswood? Maybe. I kind of like the sound of crosswood. Why did that not keep its name? Hold on. Crosswood. I like crosswood. How about crosswood junction, like that? Crosswood junction. That feels right. It also sounds right, which is a plus. Okay, so now, grass pines, yes. I wanted a few... Did I want a few here? No, I think I'm just going to use a little bit of the lighter grass texture over there to add a little bit of variety. But I don't think I'm going to add some grass pines there because that is quite close to the buildings and stuff like that. I think that might be cut down a little bit, especially if it's next to the station like this. Just add a little bit of this in here. Just like that. Or maybe I'm going to add some of the quite broad splines, like these ones. Great, crosswood junction. Nice. What's the story behind this and that? Well, I mean, junction is quite obvious. And crosswood, well, maybe this was the forest where there was a crossing for the river. So it could be Woodford, if it were maybe more in the UK or something, but they named it after a crossing, a river crossing perhaps, in the forest. So Crosswood Junction. Yeah, I like the way that looks. Okay, so grass-wise, I'm fairly happy with this. I think we could use a little bit more maybe down there. Oh, also, is it supposed to be junction or... oh, JCT. Oh yeah, probably JCT is a more commonly used abbreviation for junction, isn't it? Yeah, just adding a little bit of this grass spline along here really does help. Or JN. Although, I don't know. Hold on. Are there... Yeah, JCT. Let's change it to JCT. And did it remember its name? Yes, it did, surprisingly. JCT Junction. And then we'll rename this as well. Good. Now back to the grass. The grass I'm fairly happy with. Let's go all the way to the end. See what that looks like along here. This kind of looks a bit too samey, I think. I think we need something like a... I think bushes. Bushes are probably going to work best here. Down there, maybe another little bit, but that's a bit far away. Too insaney? Ha ha ha. Yeah, I quite like the way this looks. Now it's time for bushes. Dun dun dun. Some of them even wrote it the right way. Dun dun dun. That one's... Hold on, I've got to replace that one. 1 second. Or move it like this. Will you put those signs on the water tower? I don't think that's really necessary. I think you can tell that it's a water tower by looking at it. Okay, adding a few along here to kind of break this repeating pattern of grass up a little bit. Even though, yes, it's not violating any laws, but I'm still going to break it up. Yeah, and this is the sort of thing that I will have to do along a lot of the forest scenery on this route, which is add 3D bushes, because quite a bit of it looks a little bare now. When I first made it in 2020, I thought it looked great, but since then I have, well, I finished a couple of routes and have started even more, and in that time, also of course in the time working on this very route, I have improved my building, and so I've got to update that. Right. Bear, wow. Bearwood. Bearville. Bearwell. Sawville. Where was that? I don't know. I didn't see. Say, well. There you go. Yeah, the 3D bushes definitely add a lot, especially from lower angles. Or Saxons, yes, I know. Although you wouldn't want to vote for the latter. Well, I'm pretty tired, so I'm gonna go. See you all tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. See you all tomorrow as well. And by you all, I mean VGR and Elisa and any of your friends you decide to bring along. Talking to both of you. Bye-bye. And Mira Buster, well, you're not going yet. Are you? Well, we're not going yet, but still. XD. Yes. But you're not going yet, are you? Well, we're not going yet. I'm here. Thank you. How does that look? That... It looks okay. The height is a little samey. I might add a few 3D trees, some small ones in there as well. Or some different bushes. Okay, let's have a look at some of these other bushes. Would any of these ones fit in there? Hold on. I mean, this is the 8-meter one that I've used a lot on the route in other places. And yeah, I think that adds quite a bit. Just a bit of height variation. Bushwood. Bushwood? In fact, I've been very good at being here recently, if I'm allowed to blow my own trumpet. Yes, you have. And yes, you are. Hey, trumpets for the win. Consider a token of community contribution. Payment, please. Oh yes, thank you for reminding me. Where is it? The token probs has a trumpet engraved. Okay. Not got that much more to go on this side. Right. Now back over to these ones. Just gonna put a few along there. Let's start from here. Oh yes, that reminds me, we've still got to actually make this crossing work. I really like this bit of the route. It really feels interesting with the main line being up on this retaining wall with a line down there as well. I also like Pigwood. Oh, there's a Fellows Film screenshot post by the looks of things. It's an ad. Hold on. Oh, these ones. Ah. Nice. It's Bodge. What? As the game is arcadey and it does need some work. What do you mean Bodge? Oh, a botch. Oh, right, botch job. Ah, right. I know what a botched job is, or botched job is. I just haven't heard the expression just that something is a bodge without specifically having job in there. That bridge is quite bodgy. Okay, these trees are interesting with their hitboxes. Hold on. Gonna hit F3 and B in a moment. Oh wait, this isn't Minecraft. F3 and B. In Minecraft, if you press F3 and B, it will toggle the hitboxes of entities so that you can see them, so that you know exactly where to click to either hit or not hit an entity. It's useful for breaking a boat that has a mob in it or something like that. I actually first heard the bodge expression quite soon after I joined the OMSI2 community. Hahaha. Is that supposed to be a commentary on the OMSI2 community? Or of the state of roots on the OMSI2 community? Haha, yeah, we do use it a lot. I just keep adding more and more bushes. Just keep adding, just keep adding. This is how we add. That looks good. But this bit of the track is actually still going to be quite used, because every time you want to go down into the industrial area, you've got to come all the way back this way. So I think it's worth it having a bit of a higher density of bushes along here. This is how we like ad. Yes. Ad plays? No! I don't even get revenue from those. Okay, let's save. Twitch ads are so annoying. Yeah. Especially since, I mean, with YouTube ads, at least you're not missing anything while the ad is playing. Yes, you've got to wait, and yes, it's annoying, but you're not missing anything. With Twitch, you're actively missing stuff that's happening while you're stuck watching an ad. Right. Lagford Avenue. YouTube ads I can deal with, but Twitch is something else. Yes, even more so. More so than yeah. For some reason, I didn't recognize that word. Than YouTube's, because they're not skippable. Yes. Sometimes Twitch plays a small window of the stream, but not always. Yeah, that's annoying. Especially since you also don't hear what's happening. Okay, I'm almost happy with that. Hold on, I need a couple of bushes in here. There we go. Right. It happened quite a few times in the past when I used to watch others' streams more. I often missed reactions to my messages or replies to them. And it always plays adverts when you're in the middle of a convo with the streamer who... Yep. Very annoying thing. Blech. Ditto. It should just play the ad in a little window on top of the stream and have it muted. Well, yes, but then... Well, the ad companies are paying money to have the ads on there. A little bit of that money is then goes to the streamer, assuming that that's how that works. I mean, in one way or another, that's how that works. So... if the ads were less obstructive, then, well, less people would click on them, assumedly. And yes, I'm deliberately placing these bushes down here because I just want this area to have a little bit of a different feeling, yes. Desirably with a little X button in the top corner or something. I mean, if you want to go with unrealistic ads, you might as well just get rid of the ads completely. First, do many people even click on ads anyway? I mean, if people didn't click on ads, then why would ad companies pay to have ads on Twitch? Second, wouldn't ads deter viewers? I mean, maybe, but still, there has to be some amount of money that the company is making the ads make from that. Otherwise, they wouldn't pay to have the ads there. I mean, if you're talking about something like I mean, that's only true if you're wanting to sell a product. If your goal instead is to sell a mindset or an idea where you don't actually have to get people to buy something from the ad, then just showing it to someone is really enough. You don't have to then get any further steps. But most of the ads on YouTube or Twitch are definitely designed to sell products, not ideas. Although not all of them. Not all of them. Not most of them. Well, yeah, but who clicks on ads? I don't know. Okay, I need a bush in there. Actually, do I? Does that look better with these bushes in or not? I think it does. Although, I don't know. I'll place a few of them in here. And then I'll see what this area back here looks like. If it looks bare, then I'll place some in there as well. But yeah, the ads that annoy especially are those who particularly beg for the viewers to not skip them on YouTube. Like, who would listen to that and actually not skip it because of it? And those who watch the ads anyway, they'd just be wasting 5 seconds of the time. Well, I don't know. I do not know. And yeah, I think this would look better with some bushes. Said Slovak Eagle when making the Eagleville route. Let's talk about pleasant things instead. Okay, pleasant things, go. Or rather, go gadget, pleasant things. Yeah, I couldn't think of any either. No, I'm joking. Of course I can think of pleasant things. Like, for example, that we're actually finally making progress on this route. Because, I mean, in this area, we've got to do the signaling. Then we've got to do a little bit of detail work down in the industrial area and some of the industries. And then this is basically finished. Yes, I've got to add some cars up here as well, but that's just a little bit of detail work. After, of course, adding bushes. And then when this area is finished, then we'll return to the city and probably work on the end of the industrial line first. Because that might go in the same direction as the main line, maybe, I don't know. Or it might branch off at an angle. But whatever it does, I need to know how that works before continuing the main line, so that I know how long it has to be and stuff like that, and what industries we need to fit on it. I'm very pleasant. But are you a thing? Nah, I didn't think so. Let's go back to the city and work on the end of the industrial era first. Paradise, paraphrased. Yes. I wish Twitch would filter out those bot viewer accounts from the viewer list. Yeah, I mean, I think that for completely new streamers, it might actually be helpful to have them there, because then if you're a completely new streamer, then you're probably not going to be comfortable speaking to yourself as if people are watching, even if nobody's watching. But if you can see that there are people in chat, even if they don't respond, you feel like you're making the stream for somebody, like somebody's actually watching it. You're not just there by yourself alone in the room. and that might help get streamers used to streaming before they figure out that they're bots. I know that it took me a while to figure out that they were bots as well. Right. You've watched 2009, I think. Did I? What do you mean? Someone should really make a Bushes compilation of Eagle streams. Oh, right, yes. Haha, yes. Can't you ban them? You can, I think, but they don't go. I think banning just removes them from the chat. Oh, I see. I tried it on my channel, and they started. They started? Ah, they started, of course. Stayed, yes. Ah, I see. Shardays. Well, yeah. But then, when you find out that they were bots, you might feel betrayed and never stream again. What then? Well, if you're that easily swayed, perhaps it's good to not put yourself out there on the internet at the whim of anybody's response, because you might run into situations where you feel significantly worse negative emotions from random people on the internet, other than just being betrayed because you thought that some bots were actually real people. And if that's the case, then it might be best to not do that, or at least do it in a video format where you can have your reaction in your own time and you're not recorded live doing it. But who knows? Who knows? Judas of the Twitch world. Ah, yeah, that's true, yeah. Do I want a bush on this little thing? I think I do. Yes, you do. I do, yes. Tree Lemon 01. Not this time. Not this time. Maybe the next time I want to make lemon cake or combustible stuff. Right, so we've done that. Now I've just got to put in bushes on this little area, and then I'm going to start with signaling. Do I want bushes on this bit? Or is this one of those bits that will look better without bushes? The thing is, this is supposed to look quite rocky as it is. So maybe... I don't know. Maybe we can have a few bushes over here and then we'll see what it looks like. Maybe one in a garden. Lemon drizzle. What's lemon drizzle? Is that like a drink or what is that? I make a good lemon drizzle. Or is that a type of cake? Please explain, what is it? What is it? Cake? No, it can't be cake. You're lying about the cake. Right. I make a good lemon drizzle. Ah, I hope that's a beverage. Cake. Sponge cake with lemon juice and zest. I make the zest lemon drizzle in the wine. Wine? I cannot type today. Land. Oh, in the land. I make the zest lemon drizzle in the land. Lying? Yeah, the cake is a lie. That's why it can't be you're lying about the cake. The cake is a lie. Come on, you've got to get that reference, Kango. A cake is a lie? Ah, yeah. See, Kango even agrees. I think I don't want to have bushes on this bit. So maybe... Yeah, because maybe that... I don't know, I think that I just like the look of the grass like this. So maybe just having a few bushes over here to kind of fade out those assets and then have... Although it looks a bit empty like this now. Even though I like the look of it, if you compare it, it just looks like there's a thing missing from it. Tell my dad that, yep, always has been. No, no, no. Just as an acknowledgement that I did get the joke after the explanation was handed out. Ahem. Right. Yeah, this is the sort of upgrades to the scenery that I will have to do on some bits of this route, which is the sort of stuff that I may do off stream, because we've now gone for an hour and 20 minutes-ish, basically placing bushes. So it takes a lot of time, and it's not very interesting. Maybe add chamomile on the dirt roadside there? Let's have a look. I don't know. Is chamomile even found in the US? Or is that more of a European thing? Okay, now, let's do the signals. We'll continue with bushifying and grassifying this area down there later. Okay, let's move this train off the line down to here somewhere. But bushes are fun. I have evidence of neither. Wait, what? You don't have evidence that bushes are fun or are not fun. Interesting. Or campanula after all? Not really. Okay, so I need signals. Yes, I'm on the correct layer. Let's go over here. Is this the correct signal? Well, I want to go from over here first. So let's see, we've got... Is that... I mean, is that the correct position for the signal back here? Because we do have the double track going up to there. Maybe it would be good to have the double track coming up to here and then merging in here, perhaps. Then we could still have a train waiting over by this junction with the signal making sense. I think that might be wise. So if I just make this go over to here, and then perhaps make this merge in, hold on. Make this merge in like here. Then we might even have a nice little junction there for running around or stuff like that. I mean, if we've already got it here. In which case I'll just quickly grab the... Actually, the junction lever I can grab from right here. I don't even have to go anywhere else. EU-US thing, XT. Every theme park has at least one bush. Prove that they are fun. Where's your proof that every theme park is fun? Okay, XD. Every theme park also, hopefully, has toilets. In your books, are those fun as well? And the first date building? You go to theme parks for the roller coasters. I go to theme parks for the bushes. We are not the same. Entertain us? I never said that. It's based on a meme template. Oh, I've no idea. The proof that every theme park is fun is in each of their terms and conditions. I don't know. It depends on what your terms and conditions are. Okay, so let's use this one over here. So this one needs to be set left to be clear. So actually left and left like that. And then I need one on the other side like this. That one needs to be left, right. Okay, and now comes the mile-long train. Hopefully it's... Okay, I've got to move it back, hold on. So, I want to have the signals every mile. So I'm placing that here, so that one end is where these signals are. Then I've got to go all the way back to the other end of the train. And then this is 1 mile away. But I've actually got to have a look at what the orientation of the switch here is. Okay, so that comes over that way, which means that if a train or if a locomotive or something runs around here, it can actually make it onto... Actually, hold on. It would have to be this way around. So it goes this way forward or going off onto the other side. It's coming this way. It would already be on the correct side. So I'm just thinking because I have 2 signals here on either side. So yeah, if a train comes this way, it could go around that other way. So that could work. Probably more of a statement. Okay. Right, so let's have them here. And I think I want the 3-head ones, not the bridge ones, hold on. 3-head center, these ones? Yeah. Although, that's on the wrong side, hold on. That's the right one. So I have one there, one there. Now for this signal, for it to show clear, this has to be set right. If it's set left, then it means that the train will have to slow down. So right is good. Limited speed diverging route. Yes, because otherwise it's medium, and I want this to be a bit faster. This one is good. There aren't any junctions up until the next one. So now we've got to move this all the way this way. Pretty much an entire mile that way. So that this again is just lined up. And I know that these 3-head signals may not be completely necessary on this line because you may not need to show a low speed on this, but I like the way they look. When the MVR is finished, if the signals are too unrealistic, I may go through and replace them and make them a bit more realistic, but for the moment this is good enough. Okay, now this is interesting because this now leads us up to this junction, which means that I'm going to need a signal there, and that needs to be right to go at track speed, and then over here. Yeah, so right, then left to go at track speed. Right. Are they usually 1 mile apart, RL? On most railroads, I believe the distance is 2 miles. At least for like class 1 or railroads that have a railroads that have very long, heavy trains. I think the norm is kind of 2 miles, because like a 60 mile an hour freight train, that is like a heavy freight train, can take about that long to come to a stop. So I think that's part of the thinking there. Plus, I think it's like the distance should, I think, be the length of your freight train plus, what was it, 25% of its length or something like that, like of an average freight train going through there or something like that. Okay, now I need to put signals here, and it looks like we're probably going to have a signal bridge. Ooh, those ones are not the right ones. Hold on. Is it these ones? No, those ones are a bit too tall as well. Hold on. Where are the ones that I wanted? Those are the one-head ones. All right. Hello, Mr. Snipes. Welcome. Tweet. Oh my, what a lovely little bird. Actually, ma'am, that's just the sound of a very polite British locomotive. Welcome. We've got half an hour left of the stream. Are these seriously the best ones I have here? I thought I had more compressed ones. I guess I'm going to use these ones here. And then I've got to get the gantry spline from here? Question mark? Didn't I have this over here somewhere? Gantry spline? No. Yes, no, maybe. Yes, I did. Or actually, this was an object, I think. Ah, it was. Invited me for tea and biscuits, they did. Held me in for a business meeting, they did. Didn't have enough tea and biscuits to last the length of the meeting, they did. I mean, yeah, that does tend to happen. It'd be so nice if there were a smaller version, like a shorter version of this gantry, but I don't really think there is, because I remember spending ages looking for it the last time when we built that area. Yeah, especially since the wires go through here, like the telegraph wires. So I've got to move this out of the way. Hold on, let me just have another look on the DLS. Are we sure that there's no other version of this? US and S. Well. Bridge. JR has a shorter version. Do they? Is it on the DLS? One second, let me... Oh, well, hold on, that's in the way. One second. Let me turn on thumbnail view. Odd, now my camera isn't this orange anymore. Strange, really strange. These ones are from Euro Modeler. They're probably German, I think. But they might work. They're quite new. They're from October this year. One can only try JR Gantry or Signal Bridge or something like that. Sure, maybe it's the whiteness on screen? I don't think so. I mean, this one looks quite nice. It's a bit short, maybe. Especially since these have these long boards with the ladders on it. But at least it fits somewhat nicely. That one said December 2022. Oh no, sorry, last year I meant, not this year. I meant last year. These big PRR ones. Could have a look at this one. Catenary Signal Bridge 3-track. Let's have a look. Only 11.5 kilobytes on disk size. Interesting. Just below it, well, I see a JIR one. Oh, that. Well, that, yeah, that's oh, it says Signal Bridge, but it's not got a picture of it though. Might still be worth a try. Although that looks promising. Would that be this low? Like, so they're on top of it? Hold on, let me get my double stacks and let's have a look. Do the double stacks fit underneath? The answer is yes, they do. Although, hold on, these aren't double stacks. One second. These are the other ones. These are the intermodal. Like this, they don't. The double stacks do not fit. So I would have to raise this up a bit. Probably. Well, I mean, if I raise it up like that, then the signals are kind of in the middle of it, which doesn't look great. They're normally attached to the front. Yeah, but these signals have the little ladder on the back to climb up with a little platform there, as you can see. A little ladder to climb up. I could have it a bit further down, but then it would be kind of in the air. Even like that. And that still looks a little odd, I think. I mean, this says Signal Bridge, so let's have a look. That's not the right one. I think it is actually, yeah. Although actually, no, it is a trackside object. I mean, that looks right, but it's not for the correct number of tracks, unfortunately. At least not with my spacing. Some what looks like Reading, RDG catenary signal bridge. Let's have a look. Maybe place 2 signals on that gantry and 1 beside it? What do you mean? Oh, you mean like... Well, no, it's too close to that other track. And it wouldn't make sense. Oh, I see. This doesn't have the... Ah, right. It has... yeah, that wouldn't work. And we've got this from 2013. So many hours I've spent looking for just the right thing. Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. I mean... Let's try this one. From 2007. Well... I mean, the pivot's off, for one thing. But maybe? If it works? I think this asset from 2007 might be the best thing we've got. Is that clipping? It's just on the cusp of clipping, I think. Like this, we've definitely got a little bit of room there. I know that... Hold on, like that. Oh yeah, we've got room. I think this might be... Yes, I know that the width of it isn't exactly right. Hold on. I think it might be best if I put it like this or something, so that you can actually walk to the the signals. And that you can climb up there still. Although yes, I know it looks a little weird sticking out like that, but maybe if I placed 2 of them next to each other. What rotation does this have? 21.4. What height? Negative 0.8. Maybe just like this? I think that looks good enough. Maybe? Right. Yes. Very rewarding when you find it though. Yeah, too wide or? I would not want to be on top of one of those containers when it's going under there. No, you would not. They should put max headroom stickers on it. Drivers with an over height train like, well, I mean, loading gauge. That's all I've got to say. Loading gauge. We've got these two JR gantries. Let's just have a look at these ones as well. Servicemen hated when those signals went out. They likened climbing up there to running away and joining the circus. Well, approaching it rapidly. Oh wow, well, yeah. Okay, let's have a look at these ones. I think those are probably going to be... Yeah, they're these ones. I mean, that fits width-wise. What about height? Yeah, see the height, it's just too high for these signals, although color-wise it might fit a bit better. That's even higher. Let's test it. I mean, does that... I think that fits better. Even though, yes, the ladder's clipping through a bit, I think color-wise this just fits so much nicer. And there's more space up there as well. That looks way better to me. Yeah, you're right. It does look way better. Good old jointed rail assets. Okay, I've got those signals. Now train, we do not need you here currently. Thank you. So to this and 7 asset, maybe another time. Maybe. Okay, so we've got these, we've got a signal protecting the junction coming in this way. Then we've got two signals protecting it going the other way. Then we'll need a signal here. Well, actually, maybe we could... Well, I was thinking we could have a signal, well, a normal signal with a post here. But maybe we could have a signal... like at the attached to the bridge. That might look quite nice. Like that. Like with a little ladder going up to it as well, like this. Although that's probably a bit dangerous because of vandals. Hold on, is this default approachlet? Oh, it is as well. Hold on. I've got to change that on these two. I do not want these to be approachlet, and yes, they should be able to show advance approach. Yes. Hard shoulder should remain unobscured. Well, it's not obscured. Plus, is it really a hard shoulder or just a margin? I wonder if there are any rollable gantry objects. I don't know. But it's a nice idea. Wait, signal, head angle? Yeah, you can change it. You can make it look left and right. I mean, I like the way it looks up there, but it just doesn't really work, does it? That's unfortunate. I don't have any without the ladder. Anyway, let's just place a normal signal there. Straight path should be left. Coming into the station, and then I'll want one signal here, definitely. Although maybe not this many heads. Maybe, I think actually a single head one would suffice here, considering it's going in this direction. Actually, maybe the 20-foot one. And then we'll need two signals coming out this way. That's the wrong one, hold on. Like that, perhaps? Although, hold on, we've got... What about that arm one? Doll, that one. Ah, that could work. Then we could have both signals over on this side. Ah, that's not confusing at all for the drivers. Look at that. We've got these 4 lights here. Do you know which one's for your track? Wait, left one's for the right track? Yes, because you've got, well, that left one is for the left track. This one, the middle one, is for the middle track. And no, the other way. See, it's even confusing me. The left one's for the left track, the middle one is for the right track, and the right one is for the left track, well, for the middle track. Because you've got to imagine with these doll arm ones, you've got to imagine that the 2 lights on this one are 2 tracks. And the track that has the light on it is the one that it applies to. So you've got 2 tracks and it's on the left side. So these are the 2 tracks, so it applies to the left track. Set 1, yes. That's actually really quite fun. I'm going to leave it that way. Much to the dismay of everybody who's involved. I'm going to add a dwarf signal over here, probably a tall one actually. And then, okay, so those 2 tracks are going this way. We've got 1 track, although actually no, because if that's the main line, wait, did I think that through, or did I think I might have made a mistake, because yeah, we need a crossover there. How did I not realize that we need another crossover? Because if a passenger train is coming this way along the main line, it's coming along the middle track, and then it can't get over to the station. So you would have to cross over onto the opposite side, pretty much all the way back here. And even then it's not really possible because it's facing the wrong way. So you'd have to be going straight along here. Yeah, you can't get over to the station yet. That's a bit of an oversight. Yeah, I need a bit of straightened track there, and then I can easily put in a crossover track like this. And then I need to, of course, fix the junctions. And then, ooh, hopefully I'm gonna have enough space here. Yes, I am-ish. Did you say ish? Is that rotated the correct way? Yeah. I want a mainline switch there, actually. Right, haha, I can picture it now. All the players waiting hours at that point in a session because they think their signal's in danger. Crossover, but here's 19s for Mac OS. Yeah. Oh, apologies, I should have noticed. Or robust 2 or something. Oh, hi, sorry. Hello, yes, what happened? I was jotting, I'll explain. I'll explain. Basically, I've got the passenger station back there, and I laid out the track work for this many, many streams ago, and it's only now that I've noticed that I don't have a crossover to get onto the station platforms if you're coming from the west. So you'd have to actually go forward on your main line all the way back there where the yard lead entrance is, then cross over. Well, you'd have to go forward past the switch, then you'd have to reverse onto the opposite lane or opposite side track, then go the wrong way all the way along here, holding up all of the traffic going this way, and then you could go into the station. And then to go the other way, you'd have to go all the way this way again. And I don't know, can you even cross it? Yeah, then you'd have to do the same thing here. Go past it, then go backwards, and then go forwards again. Wonderful, isn't it? I know I still need to put one more crossover in. I'm so surprised that no one noticed that before. I mean, what do I pay you for? Oh, wait. What do I have you here for? I don't pay you. Yeah, I'm just adding in these frogs in here just quickly because otherwise I'll forget. Oh, that is cheeky. I noticed straight away. Good. Then why didn't you say anything? I mean, come on. I need your help with this. You could have a session that's just about stopping at and leaving the station. Well, yes. Pay? I am entitled to compensation. I mean, you can feel entitled about whatever you want. Doesn't mean you'll get it. Not been receiving any monetary transactions recently. Okay, now I need a... Well, ideally I'd want a crossover here under the bridge, but let's save first again, and then we'll see. Do you need that many track lanes? It's not that many, it's just... So for the yard, okay, so these two are the main line, one of which is a platform as well. Then we've got these two platforms over here, so that's just 3 platform tracks. Then we've got one track here for either an express carriage, storage, or mail carriage. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 yard ladder tracks, with 1 caboose track on the side, which also, well, no, we've got 5 yard ladder tracks with 1 runaround track and 1 caboose track. So this yard's capacity is only 5 tracks for the yard itself. And that's to service all of the industries down there in that harbor area. So you could shunt the trains around that are incoming, that go to all the stuff down there, and you can bring all the different cars from down there up to here and then arrange them in different orders. So I think that there's actually a good number of tracks for this area. So now I would need to, unfortunately, have to have another little straight bit of track in here, which means I'm going to have to kind of fiddle around with this until I can get the angle looking right, which I may not be able to do. Oh yeah, this is... Hold on, I've got to fix this. I need to put another straight bit of track in there, because otherwise that'll mess up. Actually, that looks like it'll work quite well, surprisingly. Okay, so now I need a track going from here over to there. Is that a bit too steep? Ooh, that looks a bit steep. Hold on. Especially for a mainline crossover. Just gonna rotate that slightly. Then connect from here to there. And this is straightened. Yes, good. Now I need to fix these junctions, move the signal, because I can't have the signal after the switch, because then it won't protect the switch. So I'll have it on this side of the bridge. I'll need to put in, actually I'll put in the frogs first. So left goes on the right track, and right goes on the left track. Then the same thing over here. Right goes on the left track. Left goes on the right track. And then I need to put in the switches. One there, and one there. Hopefully there's enough space. Ooh, that's... that looks a bit too close, unfortunately. Which means I'm going to have to move this over slightly. Which means I'm going to have to redo the angle. Something like that, maybe? Is that angle good? That angle looks good. Over on this side, is that angle good? That angle looks good as well. So yeah, that gives a little bit more space. That should be fine, hopefully. Right. If anyone, it's probably, how nice. It's this. One for each day of the week. Also, doesn't Lover's Walk have more? What? Oh, you mean the tracks. I do not know. Lover's Walk doesn't count. Ah, true. lot of hassle. It seems like. A lot of hassle, UK. I saw a recipe for deep fried orange slices. Of things I never thought of frying, orange is one of them. Same. Ah, well, people will fry anything these days. Yes. So, got a signal there, protecting that entrance. So now, because this will have trains potentially terminating here, I do need signals, well, I do want signals protecting, yes, so these ones go that way. Hold on, I've got to do this properly. So if a train comes this way, we're fine. We're going to be on one of these three tracks going out that way. That's fine. We're protected. If a train's coming this way, it's got to cross over, then go onto one of these three tracks, and then we need signals over here. Now, because this has a water spout here, the locomotive is probably going to be forward up till about here. So let's actually place the signal over here. So I need the left one there. And then I'll need another left one there. Either that or I'll put in another bridge, signal bridge. But that looks fine for now. And that's going on the wrong side of the tracks anyway. Let's save. Yeah, that's a bit too far over. Okay, yeah, so this will then go cross over that way. And then you can go back onto the side that you need to be on. Let's have a quick look and see what this would look like with a gantry. Would it even fit here? The answer is yes, it would fit pretty much perfectly, although it does need to be slightly over to the right, ever so slightly. Or this track could be ever so slightly to the left, so maybe just like that. And that, well, that doesn't look like a lot of clearance. Hold on, this needs to be a little bit further to the left, kind of like this. Yeah, that looks like it works. This way, I can place signals up on top of that, and that'll work, hopefully. Since we're going to be crossing over anyway, do we really need the two-head ones? I suppose, might as well. Oops, not that one. I think I'll put this on the temp lock layer. And maybe I can use the, like, rotate the, yeah, I can rotate the heads there so they're facing the same way, even though this track is coming in at a bit of an angle. That way it looks like they're pretty much straight. Yeah, straight on with these ones. And then I want to, actually hold on. This one needs to go out one more. 1 second. Like that. Probably. So then these need to not be approach lit. I'll reach out in a moment. Okay. Is that going to be enough space for a locomotive? Hold on. Let's just use, I don't know, does this not have a tender? Just as an example. Oh wait, that's a, oh right, I see. Yeah, so this should work. Yeah, there's plenty of space there. Also, that's quite a pretty locomotive. Also, does this water spout actually work? Is it part of this? I don't think that... Oh, it does work. Look, produces water every time. So, I think, yeah, we've gone past the ending. Stream things. I'll rechat and then I'll get a thumbnail and then I'll rechat again and then we'll end. I mean, if you like oranges, they're pretty good just the way they are. Yeah, water spout, not water column. Yeah, whatever. Exactly. No bloody frying, grilling or roasting. Too close to the tracks then, right? Oh yeah, you can move the tracks. In the moment, I kind of forgot that for some reason. Yeah. I know what you mean. Still though, wow. I never knew there were signals with rotatable heads. Probably because I've barely started any US map so far. You should start a Conrail map. Well, that's not true, but I've barely ever bothered with signals. I think if you did start a Trainz map, I would of course support you in any way I can with that. If you want feedback or insights or stuff like that. But I've it. Hey, what about UP Big Boy? I don't know. Hey, the no bloody frying was a reference to Scotty. I thought it might be. I mean, let's have a look. Yeah, Big Boy... Big Boy's not going to fit. Yeah, for Big Boy to fit, the signal would have to be clear, and then it would have to already be in that signal. But chances are Big Boy can fill up with water at different places on en route. So, what am I going to put on the thumbnail? Either a whole lot of bushes or a few signals. Let's have a look. Actually, maybe the signal bridge would look quite nice. Reminds me of one of the other earlier thumbnails. This also looks nice, but I don't think you're gonna really see much of this in a thumbnail. Unless maybe with something like this. That might work. Yeah, I do want the time of day like this. Actually, that one looks quite nice. Right. Thank you. Whoa, that's huge. Also, regarding a US map. Although I'm not quite ready to abandon my Russian, Poland, Belarusian map quite yet. What? Also, regarding a US map. Although I'm not quite... What? Although I'm not quite ready to abandon my Russian, Poland, Belarusian map quite yet. You need a statement there. Because you can't just say, although this and this and this. That doesn't work. It's like, also, regarding oranges, although they might not be abandoned yet. That doesn't work. Time of day, yeah, I like the time of day like this, with the blue skies and stuff like that. Especially when you've got a sharp thing in the front. If you're doing more landscape shots, maybe a different time of day could look good as well. I mean, it would probably look good as here, but it's not necessary, I don't think. Looks stunning. Definitely post-comment here without the altar. Although, oh right, I see. I had written that after. Thank you. Sorry, without that regarding stuff. That's fine. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching. Tomorrow we're going to be doing a bit more Minecraft SMP. I'm going to be streaming as well. I've got lots of plans, and hopefully I'll be able to translate some of those into Minecraft reality, and we'll see how it goes. So thank you all very much for being here, for being in chat, and for giving feedback, and also thank you for suggesting the JR gantries. Those work wonders here. And this will be uploaded to YouTube as well. So, catch you tomorrow. Might even come in VC tomorrow. Most likely, yes, probably. So, good night. Bye-bye. Oh? What oh? What do you mean, oh? You can't just say oh at the very end of the... Oh, right. There we go. Stream title. Hold on, I'll even move the camera a bit so you can actually read the chat for this. Why is this here? Did I accidentally place that there when I built the... What? I mean, at this point we've kind of got to make it into an Easter egg, I think. 1 second. 1 second. I have no idea, but we've got to do this. Let me just quickly grab the... Actually, would this texture work? Yeah, that'll work. Sure, let's just do a little bit of something like that. There you go. That's the diesel stores in the woods there. You can barely even see them from here. That's... Well, that's certainly something. Anyway. Right. Yes, there's the Trainz route building, MVR route building title list. Did you nominate discovery? Ancient relic, keep it. Yes, of course I'm gonna keep that. Kango secretly opens the save file and adds hidden objects. Don't touch it. I would never. Although that would have been a bit amusing. Though. Yes, anyway. Bye-bye for real this time. Bye-bye.